And this could not get any more ridiculous. Here's the story in the Daily Telegraph today about terror. I am no danger to anyone at all. Now, look, I hope you're sitting down. I hope you haven't got a hot cup of coffee near you. I hope you haven't got a power tool in your hand or any knives or anything like that, because I don't know what your reaction is going to be once we get into the meat of this story, which I'll get to very, very quickly. Now, what this story is about is we'll just look at the first paragraph there. A Muslim convert who was the first person to be targeted under the preventative anti-terror law says he has no danger to New South Wales and has been treated unfairly. Now, he's the first person to be subject to that law that Brandis brought in, the indefinite detention law. And that indefinite detention law is problematic as it stood. And how it worked was, how I understood it to be worked until I read this article, is that a person could be charged with terror, in other words, beyond reasonable doubt conviction before a jury or a judge, and beyond reasonable doubt is for criminal prosecutions, and you need direct evidence because it needs to be beyond reasonable doubt, which is either an admission from the person, say some kind of document, an email, a video or audio, something to prove that they did it. Look, it's beyond reasonable doubt. And the outcomes are monetary penalty or incarceration. Now, those terror laws are so flimsy, they could set you up pretty easy just by planting a document in your car, like they looked like they did with ISIS Khan. They showed a picture of some text in his car. But anyway, they still had to go through that process. But then that indefinite detention law was when the sentence finished, the police could put a submission to the judge that we think he's going to re-offend. And instead of going back through beyond reasonable doubt, because they can't really, because he hasn't committed anything, they do it on the balance of probability. Now, the balance of probability, and this is how the law is structured under the Constitution, for serious criminal offences where you can go to jail, it has to be beyond reasonable doubt. The balance of probability burden of proof, as you know, is for civil cases. It's administrative. It's non-criminal. You just have circumstantial evidence, either a statement, and you're going to have conflicting statements and testimonies in court, but the judge listens to them and on the balance of probability will make a decision. And he can't issue jail times. All he can do is give compensation or maybe change a contractual agreement if it's between two companies, but it's a totally different way of administering the law. But what they've done with terror, we look here, is they have look at the bottom. They've taken the balance of probability, circumstantial evidence, subject to dispute, because the police just put it up to the magistrate, and the person might go, well, I don't think I'm going to re-offend. And on the balance of probability, because they don't have to have any proof, because that would really tie them down, they can give them indefinite jail time. It's after your sentence is finished, we're just going to keep you in, and not on beyond reasonable doubt. So your sentence is served proportionate to the offence that you committed, and then after that, they can just keep you as long as you want. That's what I thought. That's how this law worked for anyone convicted of terror beyond reasonable doubt. Well, prepare to be shocked. We'll just go back to this article. Let's go down to the bottom paragraph here on the left-hand side, second bottom paragraph. The state, which is the cops, urgently applied under the new Terrorism High-Risk Offenders Act for strict supervision to be put in place after Ceaseman's release from jail in April. It followed allegations that while behind bars for what? Car theft? Not terror. Okay? So he's been convicted beyond reasonable doubt for an offence that isn't terror. This is the shocking part. Okay? And Ceaseman spoke of intentions to attack Bankstown Shopping Centre and Marrickville Police Station. Okay? So if they had beyond reasonable doubt proof, evidence, such as if they recorded him or he made an admission, then they would just put him before a court and charge him with terror offences. But they haven't charged him with terror offences. And if we look at this paragraph here on the right-hand side, third one from the bottom, it says the Redfern man said the monitoring conditions he had to abide by all out in the community were a bit overboard. Yeah, of course. Ceaseman is expected to enter pleas to judge him. He has not been charged with a terror offence. So, I mean, that is absolutely amazing and incredible. And I just cannot believe that they've got this over the line. Where's the Law Society in all this? Where they normally are up in ours. Where's the civil libertarians? What is going on? Okay. It is alleged he expressed a threat to kill police officers at Marrickville Police Station, behead police, bomb Bankstown. Oh, they got everything here. Oh, they've even got the 72 virgins. This is what apparently someone heard him say. Now, it could have just been a prison warden making up a story. They could have made up any story. They didn't even need to just put it before a judge. The judge is on a balance of probability and no proof. Oh, yeah, we're going to say he did it. And Ceaseman denies saying these things. There you go. Oh, so if you're not totally, I don't know what word to put to this, amazed, shocked about the application of this law where a guy is being held under terror laws, he has not been charged with a terror offence. So what can happen is the police might detect through all their surveillance and the billions they're spending on it, a subversive person putting up YouTube videos. They might go up to that person and find some reason to chuck him in jail, tax fraud, whatever they want to trump up. They only stay in there for a couple of days, then they go, oh, we heard him say he was going to start blowing up police stations. That's it. If he's outside of court, they need evidence to prove that it's a terror offence. But if he's in jail, they don't need any evidence. They can just make up a story. Go, yeah, here he is. Put him in jail indefinitely. How many subversive people that are against the government could they round up and keep in jail indefinitely for as long as they want? This is incredible. It's incredible. All right, like I said, I said at the start, this is ridiculous, and look, I stand by that. All right, that's it.